Hello, I'm Christine from Open the Book team, and I'm here today to tell you the story. Who likes going to a party? I know I do. Nice presents usually, lots of glitter, balloons and cake. We have cake at parties. And if ever I get invited to a party, I say, oh, thank you, I'd love to come. And we're going to hear about a big party today that involves lots of people. But before we hear the story, shall we do the rap? Let's open the book. Let's take a look. Let's listen and see how good God can be. Oh, let's take a look. Let's open the book. Let's listen and see how good God can be. Let's open the book. Let's take a look. Let's listen and see how good God can be. So the story today is called The Big Party. Come to my party, a man said to Jesus. So Jesus went along. But in the middle of the party, he turned to the man and said, You've invited all the wrong people. The man was very surprised. What do you mean? He said. Jesus looked around the room. When you throw a party, you invite your important friends, your favourite relatives and your rich neighbours, don't you? Of course, the man replied. And when they throw a party, you hope they'll invite you too. That's right, said the man. Well, I've got a better idea, said Jesus. The next time you throw a party, send your invitations to the poor, the crippled, the sick, the blind, the homeless, the disabled and the unemployed. But why? Asked the man, more confused than ever. Because none of these people could ever pay you back. They are not rich enough or off enough to throw parties of their own. But I tell you, God will be happy with your kindness, and he will save a special seat for you at the party he throws in heaven. One of the other guests heard this and shouted, Hooray for God and for everybody who gets to go to the party in heaven. That reminds me of a story, said Jesus. Once upon a time there was a man, a rich man, who threw a big party for his friends. When everything was ready, the drinks and the cakes and the decorations, he told his servant to go and fetch the guests. When the servant knocked on the first guest's house, the man met him at the door with a worried face. I can't come, he said, for I've just bought a piece of land and must go and see that it's all right. When the servant knocked at the second guest's door, the man's face was much the same. Cows, he said. I bought some cows. One can't be too careful with cows. I must make sure they're okay. And it was just the same with the third guest. Can't come tonight, he explained. Haven't you heard? I've just got married. When the servant reported all this to his master, the rich man was very angry. So they can't be bothered to come. Well, I know plenty of people who will go out into the streets. He ordered his servant to invite the poor, the crippled, the sick, the blind, the homeless, the disabled, and the unemployed. And they came, the people no one else would invite, and it was the best party the rich man had ever thrown. Jesus looked around the room again. "Hooray for God," he said, "rich and poor, sick and well. He loves us all, and he wants us all to come to his party." That's a reminder, isn't it, about remembering people who are less fortunate than ourselves, that would possibly love to go to a party but never have the chance. Now let's for a moment think about the people in our society who are often forgot about, such as the poor, the homeless, the sick and the disabled, and those without work. Now I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer, say Amen at the end after I've finished. Dear God, thank you that you love everyone in the world, all the same, the rich and the poor, the sick and the well, the old and the young. Thank you that we are all important to you. Amen. So there's a good story to be told there, isn't there? That no matter who we are, where we come from, what's wrong with us, in God's eyes, we're all the same. So I hope you have a good week, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye-bye. God bless.